Los Angeles is rebuilding itself in real time. Not with a single announcement, not with one master blueprint, but through a convergence of construction, urgency, and scale that quietly rivals the largest urban transformations on Earth. From the outside, it looks fragmented. A subway here, an airport upgrade there, a downtown tower, a housing initiative, an Olympic deadline ticking closer by the day. But when you pull back far enough, something startling becomes clear. Los Angeles is in the middle of a multi-decade construction surge whose combined cost pushes toward $50 billion. And yet, no one is calling it a megaproject. Because this is not one project. It is a system being rebuilt under pressure. The transformation begins underground. LA's subway expansion. For decades, Los Angeles treated rail transit as secondary. Freeways defined the city. Cars ruled movement. Congestion became normal. Lost time became invisible. Productivity bled away one commute at a time. That era is now colliding with reality beneath Wilshire Boulevard. Deep underground, tunnel-boring machines are advancing westward as part of the D-Line extension, one of the most expensive subway expansions in American history. Each station is engineered like a subterranean skyscraper, reinforced concrete caverns, massive ventilation systems, emergency egress tunnels, utility relocations threading through layers of infrastructure built decades apart. This is not simply a subway line, it is a recalibration of how Los Angeles moves. The extension pushes rail service into some of the most congested, economically critical corridors in the city. Travel times that once took hours are compressed into minutes. Land values shift. Development patterns change. Entire neighborhoods reorient around stations that didn't exist a decade ago. And the cost climbs into the billions. But even this is only one layer, because while Los Angeles digs beneath its streets, it is also confronting its most notorious bottleneck above ground: the Sepulveda Pass. For generations, the pass has been a daily choke point where north meets south and traffic grinds to a halt. Millions of hours lost every year, entire schedules shaped around avoiding it. A geographic constraint no amount of lane widening could fix. Now, Los Angeles is attempting something rare, a high-capacity transit corridor through the pass itself. Heavy rail, elevated alignments, automated systems, multiple concepts competing to solve a problem most cities would never dare to touch. The engineering challenge is immense: steep grades, seismic zones, dense development, active traffic that cannot stop while construction unfolds. Few American cities attempt infrastructure at this level of complexity anymore. But Los Angeles has no choice, because without it, the system fails. And that sense of inevitability is driving spending faster than politics can slow it. From transit, the transformation shifts west, to the edge of the continent itself. Ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach. At the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach, one of the largest logistics machines on Earth is being quietly rebuilt. Together, these ports handle nearly 40% of all containerized imports entering the United States. Every car dealership, warehouse, supermarket, and factory across the country feels their pulse. When the ports slow, the economy shudders, and for decades, they were built for a different era. Now, cranes the size of skyscrapers loom over the harbor as terminals are re-engineered for automation. Rail yards are expanded to move cargo directly inland without clogging freeways. Power systems are retrofitted so ships can shut down engines and plug into the grid while docked, cutting emissions across entire neighborhoods. This is mega engineering disguised as logistics. Billions are being spent on zero-emission equipment, autonomous vehicles, deeper berths for next-generation container ships, and digital systems that track cargo movement in real time. The ports are not just expanding, they are transforming into one of the most technologically advanced freight hubs on the planet. Because the alternative is unthinkable. If Los Angeles loses its grip on global trade, it loses one of the last engines that powers its economy at scale. From the harbor, the transformation moves inland again, following water that was once treated as an enemy. The Los Angeles River. For most of the 20th century, it was entombed in concrete. A flood channel, not a river, designed to move water out of the city as fast as possible, not to coexist with it. Now that logic is being challenged. Miles of river corridor are being re-engineered to serve multiple purposes at once. Flood control remains non-negotiable, but around it, new layers emerge. Parks built atop reinforced banks, wetlands engineered to absorb runoff, bike paths, bridges, and public space stitched into infrastructure that once only carried stormwater. This is not beautification, it is climate engineering. Stormwater capture systems are integrated beneath walkways. Retention basins double as recreational fields. Heat mitigating landscaping reshapes microclimates in some of the city's most vulnerable neighborhoods. The river is becoming a spine, not just for water, but for resilience. And it is costing billions. Because rebuilding a city's relationship with water after a century of concrete does not come cheap. LAX Airport. From the river, the transformation rises into the air. Los Angeles International Airport is undergoing one of the largest airport modernization efforts in the world. Billions are flowing into people movers, terminal connections, roadway realignments, and security redesigns. Entire traffic patterns are being reprogrammed while the airport continues operating at full capacity. Columns rise beside active runways. Guideways thread above terminals. Automated trains are tested while millions of passengers move below them. This is live surgery on critical infrastructure. And the reason is simple. The world is coming to Los Angeles. The 2028 Olympic Games are not just a sporting event. They are a system stress test on a scale few cities ever face. Tens of thousands of athletes, millions of visitors, billions of global viewers. Transportation, power, communications, security, and emergency response must all function without failure. This is where the Megaproject logic accelerates. Transit lines are pulled forward years ahead of schedule. Airport upgrades become non-negotiable. Road reconfigurations once debated for decades are executed under compressed timelines. Olympic logistics don't appear in renderings. They live in redundancies. Backup power, crowd flow modeling, emergency routing built into stations and streets. This isn't spectacle. It's engineering under deadline. Downtown reinvention. While mobility systems are being rebuilt, Los Angeles is also reshaping its skyline. Downtown Los Angeles is changing form. Once hollowed out by decades of disinvestment, the city's core is now a laboratory of vertical reinvention. Towers rise where parking lots once dominated. Office buildings convert into residential space. Mixed-use complexes attempt to fuse living, working, and entertainment into a single urban rhythm. Each project carries a multi-billion-dollar footprint when land acquisition, utilities, transit access, and public incentives are accounted for. And while many of these developments are privately financed, they depend heavily on public systems. The line between public investment and private ambition blurs. Costs accumulate quietly. At the same time, Los Angeles confronts the crisis beneath all others. Housing equation. For years, underbuilding has pushed prices upward and driven workers farther from jobs. Commutes lengthen, infrastructure strains increase, economic competitiveness erodes. The city responds with rezoning, density bonuses, affordable housing mandates, and public-private partnerships designed to accelerate construction at scale. But housing is never just housing. It multiplies demand for transit, utilities, schools, healthcare, and emergency services. And when multiplied across tens of thousands of units, the cost becomes immense. All of this feeds into a deeper battle. economic relevance. Los Angeles is fighting to remain a global city in a world where capital is increasingly mobile and impatient. Infrastructure becomes strategy. Transit signals confidence. Ports signal power. Airports signal connection. Housing signals stability. Together, they form a message. Los Angeles is not retreating, it is retooling. And retooling at this scale is expensive. Which brings us back to the number, $50 billion. It does not appear on a single document. It is not branded. It is not centrally governed. It emerges only when all these systems are viewed together, across agencies, across timelines, across political cycles. A megaproject without a name. And that may be its greatest risk, because without a single coordinating authority, fragmentation becomes a threat. Timelines misalign, budgets overlap, accountability diffuses. Momentum becomes the glue holding the system together. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it collapses under its own complexity. Los Angeles is betting that pressure will produce coherence, that deadlines will force alignment, that scale will generate momentum, that visibility will enforce discipline. The next decade will determine whether that bet pays off. Because what's really happening in Los Angeles is not just construction, it is a stress test. A test of whether a megacity can reinvent itself without a single master plan. A test of whether distributed ambition can match centralized vision. A test of whether infrastructure can restore competitiveness rather than merely delay decline. The $50 billion number may never be officially acknowledged, but its impact will be impossible to ignore. Written into tunnels beneath Wilshire, into cranes above the ports, into reshaped rivers, into guideways over LAX, into towers rising downtown. Los Angeles is not building one megaproject. It is rebuilding the machine itself. And the question now is not whether this transformation is happening. It's whether the system will hold. If you enjoyed this exploration into the future, make sure to like and subscribe to Future Foundation. There are countless megaprojects reshaping our world, and we'll be here to bring you every breakthrough. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.